Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading to the colony section yet again for Planet Wars number 9. That is right, the story is coming to a close. The commander, which is the player, will find out if they made the right decision, and then play the prior maps. Thank you so much, Ironstone. Ooh, interesting. AI prompt started. Welcome, Commander. General. Uh, you are heading into an undiscovered area. I thought it was strange. It was kept out of my files. Nevertheless, we have no time to spare, as the infestation only gets worse. Supply lines up north. Grab it. Corrupted files that you found in the Shattered Lands. They were recent. This is concerning. We should look for more files. I have a code about this. Wait. Or what? Oh. I say in human form. Come on. I have a bad feeling about this. Star Wars? Hey. Hello. I believe this is another fourth wall break. Hi, this is Ironstone. It's been fun making this story, so I'm sorry to say it's over. Psych, baby. One more mission to go. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it's been fun making the series. You have no idea how many times I screwed spelling this. And it's probably still spelt wrong. Anyway, the climax is going to be about homework in school. Now there's 2 of them. No, fourth wall fixed. There weren't any spoilers. So here we go. What is Planet Wars 9? So looks like in the top we do have some energy resources. Fantastic. We're gonna start by them. Thank you so much. We have a little bit of red on, a little bit blue white. How are we doing on emitters? 50, 50, 50, 50. 3 hundo and 3 blobs. No spores, it looks like. No spores. So there's 7 enemies. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 6 spores. 6 spores. So there are spores. We do have to collect both items. One is up top. One is in the middle. So that shouldn't be too bad at all. With our huge amounts of energy, to start, we're going to be in a very good state, right? I mean, we can very, very much just super expand. That is kind of our big goal right now, just to super expand. So, yeah, let's do that 100%. We want as much energy as possible because it is going to feed us the world. Of course, we're going to want all the miners, all the things, but yeah, we primarily just want to get our energy sorted out. Now, these 2 are in bad spots, of course, which is fine. We will sort them out. But realistically, we're just going to try and get everything we can. Now, these will be breeding, so, I mean, who knows how much this will be covered in creep, how fast it will spread. But because we have 200 bonus energy, we can really get a lot of things going. So, I'm not super paranoid right now. That being said, you know, clearly it's going to come onto land a bit. So this is probably a bit excessive in terms of towering. But we do have 5 big collector panels, which is fantastic. We have no urns yet again. It is very sad. I do like to have my urns, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, I'm not gonna beggars can't be choosers and all that. So I'm not gonna be super worried. This will be our mining setup. We're going to turn everything off. And what are the best miners? These are the best miners. So we're going to start off with just those 2 on. I am starting with powering miners to start because we do have 5 bonus energy to start. So that's just going to be pretty good. We're going to just supercharge up, get as much power as possible, and then try and see where we're going to be putting our actual wall, you know? So we're expanding. Our store is going down. But these have gone up to about 1920, which is pretty good to start. You can do it. See, I mean, our generation is already up to almost 9, which is huge. Huge bits of generation. Our storage is already looking significantly better. There we go. Our storage is our use is at 0 right now, so let's change that. Let's see where we want our wall to be. I think this is a pretty good spot to have just a couple of units. I think we're gonna want to go top here, so we're gonna do something like that. We're gonna do, let's see, these 5. This will be a good spot as well. This will probably be pretty good. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get like over here. Let's see how that goes. That will be, again, a big usage for us, but that's, again, okay, because we're coming towards the end of our tower generation, which is just fine to me. So we're going to do that. We're going to toss down our factory as well in a moment, because we can start gathering our resources. Ooh, are these not going to finish because I built too much? Oh, I built just a tiny bit too much in terms of the miners. See? Happens. It happens. Most of them finish, though. Most of them. Not all, though. That was a problem. That should start firing and save itself. So I'm not super worried. It's just a little bit too much. Just a tiny, tiny bit. So, it's not too bad. Not too bad, though. Again, this side is looking pretty okay as well. We'll toss you just there to survive. And there we go. So, how are we looking? Honestly, pretty good. You know, this is a nice area to contain. We have a good amount of juice. Getting better all the time. You know, we'll toss those 2 down, just get a little bit more. We'll toss these 4 because you know what, we're sort of squared away. So I'm feeling pretty all right. We are losing a couple of towers here and there. You know, we'll get them back, no problem. Oh, our storage is actually at 100. Perfect. Okay, so next on the list, we will have 4 spores coming. So let's actually defend against that. Not to say that the last map I didn't. I mean, I did kinda. I just kinda also let it slip a little bit. So we'll do plenty of air defense, of course. We will have some blobs as well, so we will want some snipperinos. And we don't have that much blueite, so again, we'll just toss down 1 sprayer for now. And yeah, let's let that go. Grab some snips right along the front side. It's gonna be pretty good. So far, I'm probably building too many, and I'm fine with that. These 2 will take a second to land, but once they do, they'll clear all that up. And a snip here, a snip there, snip everywhere. And yeah, we're just good to go. You know, we're starting to get some sprayer action going, which is fantastic. I am way overbuilding right now, but we had a nice storage. That's another thing to note is when your storage gets super full, you want to actually be in a big deficit because you want to use that storage, you know? We just built up all of those things. We're still in a storage. That's actually a positive. Now, oh my gosh, that was like the perfect amount. Oh, it felt good. That felt good. So, we're just prepping, you know? We're just prepping. Building plenty of things, and now the question is, what are we going to do? So we have obviously the prime emitter. Let's plan this out, right? We have the prime emitter here, we have the blob's nest here, and then the real key here, though, is the fact that we have breeder zones, right? Breeder zones, that's not going to be fun. So I guess the question is, do we go straight forward and then down, or do we go start from down here and then work our way up, right? And there's benefits to both. Straight forward and then down gets us to whatever this is. These are objectives. If you're going for objective time, that would be better. Which, if we were going for objective time, we probably would work it out a lot better and just go straight for the objective. So we're not doing that, per se. There's also less emission and less breeding up top. Now, that can be a good thing because it's easier to take out. You could also argue that that's a bad thing because you're not taking out as much. So from our perspective, we're going to take out the top because even though it is less, I do think we can turn this around for us and start working towards the bottom. Plus, it actually gets us closer to this emitter and the spore launcher. And I kind of want to get rid of the spore launcher because it's just going to be pooping out eggs. And eggs are annoying. Blob's nest, I don't care about a blob's nest. Spore launcher, I care about eggs. So that's my logic there. We're going to do that. And we already have Assault Squad Alpha, right? I mean, they're here. They're ready to fight. Let's hold G and just send the boys in. And we just need the walls to hold, really. So these are going to hold no problem. Assault Squad coming in, doing their thing, clearing it out. Look at that. Pushing it all the way back. Now, with Assault Squad, we do want some, like, mortar brigades, because we want to shoot down and get in that crevice, right? The crevice. Ooh, it's actually a bit deeper than I thought, too. So, that is something to note. And, yeah, one thing I did completely forget. Pylons. Pylons, pylons, pylons. Let's just take a second. Get our infrastructure sorted out. Of course, we want infrastructure, so let's just make sure that is squared away. So, glorious, glorious, all the way down to here. And we'll even hook up on this side, and we'll just move it on up to our main base. I guess from here we can also move it along the front line, and that hooks into that as well. But oh, you can't really connect up, really? That's fine. That's fine. All right, plenty. That's going to be a big deficit, but again, a huge storage as well. So that's going to be just really good for us. And once those are built, our supply is going to be very, very good. Now, this is full, which is good. So we're going to move this on up because our goal is to take that over, right? We definitely want the breeding zone. That is essentially our number one objective, is the breeding zone. So let's start going there. Let's focus on that. Put in a couple of mortars every, just sporadically place some mortars, might as well. But the real key is we need to get to that breeding zone entirely. The more we can get to that breeding zone, the better, because once we take it over, it's working for us. Any turncoat you can do from the enemy is good for business, and I like what's good for business. So these mortars should come up. Again, we are in a huge store excess, so snipers will be useful. This one, as long as it's shooting that emitter, we are very happy. There we go. See, this is actually clearing out that splendidly. Ooh, I'm actually surprised this is kind of falling. So you know what? With our huge excess, we'll just give a little bit of a boost to that side. This is clear. You get your butt down in there. Should have been in there earlier, but I was, saving some units. There we go. Did not save that unit, though. And there we go. We now have some AC in there in just a few seconds. That's right. Just a few seconds. That's all we need. We're going to be glorious. We're going to be golden. And the breeding is occurring. Perfect. So now we have enough AC to sustain ourselves, right? It's going to start pushing, and now we can easily take over the rest of the world. As you can see, there is a lot to push against. So we're not in sort of the perfect place, for instance, but we're stable, and stability is actually quite strong in this regard. We can also worry about shields and things. For instance, a shield right here. Oh, that's a beacon. Who's going to do a beacon? But a shield right there is going to be amazing. I kind of want a shield right there because, as I said, it's going to be amazing. And don't we want amazing things? I mean, who doesn't want amazing things in their life, right? Does this just need... What? Where is everything dying? Holy moly, what is going on here? See, we're losing stuff over here. There we go. Take it out. And this shield, now, I say it's amazing, and I mean it, because look at that. We can get something right there. And my belief is we are not going to have anything to worry about in terms of creep getting in there. And that is going to be huge for us, right? The more the merrier. So once we get this nullifier online, we're going to start pushing in even deeper, of course, right? We're going to start going for this breeding zone, and then we're going to go work our way down the lane. Yeah, that's basically the thing. The real key is that we want this emitter off, so everything that we're doing has purpose in life. And... ooh, I'm in a bit of a deficit. Oh, can these overload in this one? They can overload. Oh, it always feels so good when you have an overload system. I think last mission did not, and I was just like, not to say that, anything was a problem. I mean, it was my fault for any deaths that may have occurred. I am not going to lie. But thanks to that being destroyed, in essence, we're going to be in a much better spot to start pushing into this. Now, yes, it's still relatively deep, But now, whenever we destroy creep, it's going to be mostly putting it down here, and of course out of the main emitter. So we're just going to start to expand further and further. Our deficit is high, though, and that's because the overload mechanic does take up a lot of juice. So we do have to worry about that a wee little bit. But thanks to our mortars, we did push back pretty substantially over here, which is amazing. And thanks to our AC breeding zone, we are even making some progress here. So, feeling really good about that. Let's even this out so we can take a chunk from where we want to take a chunk, because we want to, again, we want to move to that. So I'm going to start moving over here, and we're going to push across. We may even go for this emitter as well. Getting these two spots will be quite glorious, honestly. I'm not going to lie. So it's going to be pretty good to get both of those. And let us see. We definitely want some more. Yeah, see, look at that. What's also nice is we are using this, it's not irradiated ground. I mean, it's creeper absorber terrain. I have no record of this terrain shift. The old substance that we found, it must have been used as a last line of defense. But why? Why? It's absorbing the terrain. We know why. I mean, we know why. I guess we is, you know, a differing concept depending on who we is, right? So I understand. I understand. We are going to toss that down there because more emeralds, more good. This is still nullified. This is still overloading. It's almost done. Just like that. And with that, we are going to keep on moving, which is perfect, because we are so close to the next breeding zone. We're just going to get these breeding zones. They're going to be beautiful for us. And that's why I put this shield here, because this shield will hopefully push the creep off of the breeding zones. Get that, got plenty of things going on, and we will move. Where did I put the sprayer? There's the sprayer. Sprayer, you get your butt over here. Because, you know what, we need more out of this zone. So, it's breeding now, which is actually perfect, because now our sprayer will get there. We will hopefully clear everything off from it, and then we can be the ones to take over the next breeding cycle. Oh my. If we can, that will be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh. Losing a couple of things, but that's perfectly fine. Understandable. You know, there's a lot going on. But the breeding, I think, is going to happen. Let's turn this off temporarily. And the AC is inside, which is awesome. And the breeding is occurring, which is just a safety net. Perfect. So much good in our life right now. I mean, Bazinga. Again, much like the last one, we can have a nice little mortar wall. Gotta love the mortar walls. Like I said, that's kind of my favorite way to use them. Just, you know, being able to shoot down into things, across things. Oh, mortars, you're so good. I love you so much. That mortar's gonna die. So let's not let that mortar die. But let's move the shield up to about here, right? Move the shield up, turn the shield on. It's gonna be pretty good because it's gonna start pushing the creep back and get us what we want to see. And what do we want to see? That's right, we want to see that lovely nullifier right there. It's going to be in the pit. It's not a great place to be, but with the shield to defend it, it's going to be pretty sorted. So, another mission down, which is glorious. Again, we're just holding our lines. I mean, this is sort of just pushing back naturally now. So, you know, between the AC and everything else, we're just feeling pretty good. We'll even toss in just again a couple more units just up top. Might as well. They're not going to go bad unless they die like that. And yeah, as long as we got the juice for it, you might as well do it. So the more shoots, the better. And we're pushing towards our next breeding point. And once we get all the breeding points and all of these nullified, I think the map is going to fairly stabilize in a manner where the AC is pushing just as much as the creep, which would be amazing. And there's our nullification. Ooh, that was actually a little bit close. Not so much that the blobs are, like, when they only fire a couple of blobs, I really don't plan for them. But the thing that was so close is just the fact that, you know, if it did hit the nullifier, that would be sad. So we will snip up that, and I guess we'll toss another snip like there. If it survives, it survives. But we have more units that can just move on up. You know, That's one beautiful thing is as you move up, you know, these back units can sort of fan out and help in interesting ways. Not interesting ways. I mean, it's very much a predictable way, I should say. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Energy-wise, again, while the overload is occurring, it's not necessarily a good thing for us. But we are pressing forward. We are getting more energy out of things. And there we have it. Another nice little push there. So may have lost lost a little bit of defense over here, but overall the pushing is strong. And yeah, we can keep that going. Where is our sprayer? You know what? We have enough blue light. Let's just toss down like 2 or 3 others. Have them be always on, of course. And I really shouldn't have them on this side of the map, but that's okay. You know, sometimes you make mistakes, and sometimes you don't change when you make a mistake. You just say, all right, I made a mistake, I'm going to go with it. And that's what I'm doing, you know. I made a mistake, I'm just sticking with it, because, you know, we have the strength, we have the numbers, we have the energy-ish, kind of. All right, we might not have the energy yet, but we will. We will have the energy. The overload takes a lot out of us. You know, it makes me kind of sleepy. And there we have it. Bazinga. Oh, there we go. Look at that. There it goes. The next emitter. Done and done. And you know what? We don't even need a shield if we're going to put it up here. Right? So, there we go. Just toss that there. Move these kind of up. And move these kind of up. And I think that's going to be our next one. Bazinga. Make sure we get some power to him. Ooh. Power? Yeah, power. There we go. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Again, we are just, we're going to be able to... Oh, I didn't realize there were 3 eggs there. I should have moved the shield over. But you know what? That's okay. The eggs, they're not doing too much right now, so we can actually move the shield over, and this might have time to get there before the nullifier is on. You know what? Let's armed off for a second. We're not going to do that. We're going to get a snipperino. Oh, the snipper's right there. Perfect. Oh no! We actually popped the egg. I guess it's going just fine. But yeah. Now we want you armed on, and there we go. Because the shield lifts up the eggs. And the snipper then can shoot. That's exactly how we wanted to see it. Kind of perfect, if I do say so myself. I mean, we did let 1 or 2 pop, but it actually worked out really, 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 really well for us, basically entirely. This may be too aggressive with my shield, and I will feel really bad if my shield dies. But I'll feel really, really good if my shield does not die. Not to mention, the real key is it gets to shoot all of those eggs. So, yeah, the shield died, but we actually, because of the shield, were able to get this breeding zone, the split breeder, and pop all of the eggs. So, you know, it might seem like the shield didn't do the best, but the shield actually did amazing. That was an amazing shield. So I'm super happy for that. I'm going to make a couple extra, because you know what? We might as well. We'll even toss down an Emerald over here. We'll toss down an Emerald over here. We got the juice, so yeah, I guess we also need our Nully now, right? Right there. That'll be perfectly fine. Overload that up, of course, and of course toss down all we need. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that will be another point. I will admit, our AC production, it's not that big. You know, the AC that these things are producing, not as big as you would hope, but it's AC. You know, it is free energy, so I'm not going to complain about that whatsoever. You know, any energy is good energy. Free energy is better energy. It's just that simple. So, one thing to note is, let's take a look at our missile defense. See, our missile defense is actually very weak over here, right? So we'll do one of those, toss up one up front, and you know what, just because we can, we'll just reinforce back here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nullifier, you are almost charged. Fantastiche. Moving along, singing our song, killing all the creep in our way. And yeah, that should be that. Next shield, we're going to move on over here. Get that encompassed. This shield, we're going to move this on down there. Get sort of that started. Boop, boop, boop. And I guess we just need some more units. Just some more things to throw in because, yeah, we've been moving them forward. You know, this whole side, we can actually move regularly like we should for speed purposes. If we're going for like maximum speed, every time we make a little movement over here, we should make a movement over here, so we're just constantly expanding all of our borders, which I haven't been doing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I have not been doing, clearly, but that's okay. Again, just having a good time. Last time we just had a good time and it felt pretty decent overall. So let's turn that off for a sec, let the AC start to flow in because we now have that, and move up our energy production. There we go, because you know what? The second we get that breeding for us, that is all but these 3 breeding for us. Oh my, oh my. Feels pretty good if you ask me. That's just solid defense. And a solid defense is a solid defense. That's all there is to it. We don't have that much. Ooh, see, we got some creep back here. Interesting. Interesting. And there's a missile launcher right there, so I don't know. Interesting. Quite surprising, even if it were. And now, once we take these, I guess we'll turn these off for now. Let our red-on come out. I did put down a couple of things. These units might die a little bit, just a tiny bit. Not too bad though. Not too bad. Mortars, more so than anything else, of course. They don't like to shoot what's under them. But clearly, we have now taken another breeding spot. And by taking these, this just dies naturally, right? This is just going to fall off because once we take this line, everything past it is going to die. It's just going to happen. There's no two ways about it. So, and with this breeding for us now, it's just that much better. So all that's left, really... I mean, I did say I was going to go against the eggs way earlier, and I didn't. Because, you know, I'm just having fun, moving along, pushing in. I guess going for the eggs would have been, again, the smart thing, right? Because we have been dealing with eggs. They have been kind of annoying. Log number 2, data lost. Attempting to recover. Dr. Bleh. I still don't think that this is going to be worth it. Blank. It will be the people lost. We are going through without operation. 3, 2, 1, 1. Boom. Warning. Security is. Rest of the data is lost. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so there is an operation going on, which, you know, makes sense. I mean, we're kind of understanding that. The question is, what was that operation? What are they doing? How are they doing it? And why are they doing it? And we still have a mission to go, so hopefully we will find all of this out and more in the next mission, because you know what, we've gotten both of the items. That's all we have to do, or those are the only items on the map. So yeah, we're at a bit of a loss right now. Shield wise, where did you go? You move your butt up there, and armed on, unit on. You're gonna be my good shield. Although I will admit, the Emrys that I'm kind of building, I think, completely destroyed my red-on supply, so I feel a little bit bad about that. I didn't think they'd be destroyed for this long. Kind of my fault. So, yeah. It happens. It happens. We'll grab a couple of snipers. We'll grab a couple of these. And... oh no. Don't start shooting yet. The shield is almost there. We'll grab that red-on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's what we want to see. We want that red-on too, of course. But realistically, we are going to get it very, very soon. There's the shield, doing its shieldy thing. Where's the other shields? Other shields. You should be over here somewhere. There's one. Beautiful. This has no shield energy at the moment. So get out of there. Big mistake. Alright, you stop. This clears off, gets us more red on. Boop, boop, boop. Bop. And now we have all of the breeders. That's right, all of the breeders are ours, just how we wanted to see it. This can now move forward, and we're going to do a nice assault, right? We're going to move this entire assault force, move it up. This shield is going to be moving up as well with the force. You're going to be on. This shield is already on. And this sniper squad is going to move up with these shields. So this unit on, bazinga. Once this other shield goes down, we should hopefully be able to take out most of these eggs. Yes, 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 get them. Oh, that's beautiful. I think the shield died. And the shield eventually died. But you know what? It was pretty nice while it lasted. So I just need a couple more shields, I guess, to do it that way. You know, have them land one after another. And then everything else. But look, I mean, look at this AC, right? The AC is just pushing back. That wave is definitely monstrous, but again, not super scary for us. You know, the ones that rule the streets. We got the juice. We got the power. You know, it's actually pretty reasonable. Except for you. You are not very reasonable, Mr. Mortar, because you know what? You're gonna be that, and then you're going to get overload, and all is going to be well in the world. We only have 3 things left to nullify, because we destroyed the rest. Always amazing with the fact when you can overload things. Overloading things is one of the greatest things in the game. Probably my favorite addition to the game, to be completely honest with you. Beautiful, beautiful. Good, good, good. There we go, and yeah, feeling fine. Boop, 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 boop. Plenty of energy moving up. Missed an entire area of energy. How dare I? And yeah, I mean, we're realistically just holding nicely. I guess the question now is, do we move to the blob nest? Do we move to the emitter? And the answer is the emitter. You know, the blob nest, who cares about the blob nest, right? If we take out the emitter, I mean, we're going to have to take out the emitter eventually. Except all snips. Is there a snip in there? I don't think so. So that's actually really, really good. We just want to start doing main assaults on this bad boy. So we're going to move in a couple of groups. That's a snipper. Get out of there. We don't want snips. We want everything but snips. I guess missiles we don't really care about as well. Because, you know, they don't have a use anymore because we are destroying, actively destroying, the final bit there. Let's see if we can get this going. Alright, all of these moving except for Snipper A and Snipper B. And shield, shield, shield. Again, our goal. Oh no. Blobs. Oh no, Snipper. Not you. Not you too. Alright, that shield is actually doing some very solid work, which is awesome. It will allow us to completely cover things. Our goal is to actually encase this in shields for once, which is something I rarely do, I completely admit. But look, see, we're going to try and use our shields like this to try and hem in this very, very tough emitter. Because if we can just push it back... Oh, there we go. We do want to start snipping if we can. So move one snipperino up. That's not going to work out, is it? We'll get another shield. we're going to do a big shield snip pattern. So we'll do 4 shields. It's going to take quite a lot, and we're going to grab like 12 snips. Because we basically just want to destroy all of these eggs at once, and all of these even. So we'll do a test run over on the right side once all of these are done. And I think one shield really is all we need right there. So we'll send in the shield, take all of these snips, let the shield get a little bit of a head start, and send them in. Now over here, I am going to keep mortars coming, because you know mortars will be pushing back against that big thing. Alright, the shield went down. Alright, you know what? We got a little bit of an explosion. A little bit. That's okay, that's okay. I'm okay with that. Next on the list, drop you in. Drop you in. That's right, that's right. And all snippers on the map, just move on over while the shields start moving. Maybe we will ruin ourselves. Maybe it will be perfect. Who knows? Oh, looks like we are ruining ourselves. And the shield is down, though. Okay, you know, that wasn't that bad. We actually got most of them. We are going to lose a couple of shields. We are going to lose a bunch of snips right here. I don't mind. The snips have done their job. There really isn't anything left that the shields can do, or the snips can do. So you know what? They did it. They did what they needed to do. I mean, of course there is just a couple of blobs coming, but boop, boop, that'll sort that out. Again, this is now done. We just need to get to the point where we can, in fact, destroy this. So let's actually hem everything in, right? Let's get all of our things in. Let's start cutting it off from the sides, cutting it off from both sides even. You know, grab like this, move that over. We will be fine. Because once we clean up all the creep, this will have nowhere to go, and we can come in from all sides. Again, all snips, just move your butt over here. You're in the way up front. So, all of these, get your butt in as close as possible. Oh, I even missed this whole squad. More squads, more good, more better. Blobs. No one cares about blobs. No one cares about blobs. If there were skimmers, that would actually be kind of terrifying to a degree. I will admit, skimmers definitely much more terrifying than anything else, than blobs. At least when you're like in assault mode. So that is something to note as well. Ooh, there we go. Just everything. Get your butt over here wherever you can. And this will be our big super push, right? We'll push into this. It will be ours. You know, we will lose some units, as is tradition. But basically, anywhere they can land, they will land. We will see. Because a nullifier can't be put there. Hopefully, with this shield there, we'll be able to push it back even further. The goal is we just want to be shooting from all sides, right? The more sides we're shooting from, the better. Look at it getting in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's perfect. I think that side looks pretty good to me, so I'm going to toss my nullifier right there. Boop. Again, make sure as much as energy as possible, but I think that should do it with everything shooting. This missile launcher is doing the most. You know, it's trying its hardest. I didn't even overload this, but it's actually probably a good thing, because I might have impacted my energy, maybe? I don't know. But it doesn't matter. We have done it. And this has been Planet Wars number 9. Ooh. What is going on over here? More energy. More energy for the energy beast. And I am indeed the energy beast. So Bazinga. I guess I can just times 4 it. It's not going anywhere. We've stabilized. Objective obtained. Overload, of course, because you can't obtain an objective while they're still alive. We're cleansing the planet. Even though the map says otherwise, we are indeed cleansing the planet. So, there we go. Come on. You can do it. 70%. Wow, we have 4 times speed. This is, not the fastest. Bum, bum, bum. Feels pretty good, though. Oh, man, I left an entire squad back there. That's okay. That's okay. 87, 88, 89, 90. And bazinga. There we go. Bish, bash, bosh. We have done it. That is Planet Wars 9. Not too bad, not too bad. Definitely a good old time. What was it, 31 minutes? Not too bad. Oof, Dib, you kicked my butt. 20-something minutes, definitely kicks my butt, though. But overall, not too terrible on the old time. So thank you so much for joining me for Planet Wars 9. Next time, we are completing the campaign. And then we get to start a new one. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you so much for checking this out. Thank you, Ironstone, again for creating these maps. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.